Good morning, traders. Manny Cabrera, co-founder of MDC Trading Academy, with today's pre-market forecast for today, Wednesday, July the 17th. News items for this day, Wednesday the 17th. We do have building permits at 8:30, and the G7 meetings begin today at any time, practically all day. Today, there'll be the day one of the G7 meetings. Tomorrow, we look forward to the Philly Fed. And 2:15, no, we have nothing there. And then 10 a.m. on Friday, prelim UOM, and it's pretty light after that the rest of the week. Let's quickly jump to our analysis here with our daily chart. This is our largest time frame that we look at. We like to get the big picture, so to speak, and we're seeing market coming off all-time highs. Market, again, it's more of the same within this range. Markets creating all-time highs with very low volume, retracing back with low volume. Everything that's happening lately is happening in low volume. Our average volume is falling way behind 900,000. We're looking for a volume of at least 1.1 million with an ATR over 14. Our ATR is holding steady at 20, even though it's coming lower off the highs here. We were almost at 36, almost 40. Our volumes are averaging over 1.2 million. Now we're way below that. So if you're wondering why the market is moving so slow, why the opportunities seem to be so few, is for that same reason. Now, personally, I don't trade this month. I visit the markets, I hang out at the trade desk, and I look around, but I very rarely see anything that I like for one reason only. I don't adapt really well to very slow markets. I know my limits, and therefore I don't violate those limits. So that's something you need to take into consideration into the equation of your trading process. Time and me don't get along. I like things to be smooth. I like things to be timely. I like things to move along. When market starts to dry up this way, I always give myself a time limit. I always say I'm going to be in the market X amount of time. You're not going to believe the amount of emotional capital that has saved me, and the amount of the drawdowns that has also prevented, because what happens is I start getting emotional when I start getting antsy. So that's what I do. I'd rather go play something more difficult than trading golf. Anyway, so coming off the all-time highs, we do have a lot of support within these bars here. Market seems to be oscillating, picks a top, picks a bottom, and seems to oscillate between areas. Our largest dip would be obviously down here to our 20 SMA, which is at around 29.73. But notice everything's closing above 3,000. Who would be saying that, huh? Who thought that? Who could have thunk that? Let's go to our projection chart again, a chart that we look at previous highs, lows that were impactful during our trading past. We project those to the future, and of course we use Fibonacci going further, but these are the areas we're expecting markets to be moving through. Once we break above this particular resistance area, when we break below this area, that's when we start looking at these areas below us and or above us. Let's look at our analysis chart here. You see the market is going to be open between the intraday high, intraday low, with a very clear support area here and resistance. Just think of this as a market that had a run, retraced, found a bottom, is trying to find a top. There's your top, here's your bottom. So the market is pretty much consolidated between these two areas, pretty much sideways. So that's what we're looking at today. So what are we expecting? We're expecting either the market to break through this area and to reach this high, or break through this area to go a little lower. As far as that's pretty much our play for today. Break above this resistance, break above this support. Anything in between here is pretty choppy. As you can see in our trade chart, they can show you it's pretty choppy right in between this area here. Not a very nice place to be. Again, market is just moving sideways at this time. I wouldn't consider this area to here too tradable here, particularly because of those huge swings that we're having back and forth. So the most conservative things to do in a very slow and responsive market is to wait for the breakouts. Breakout through this resistance area or through this support area. Let me know if you have any questions, and have a great session.